Hello, oracles! Yeah, when Tesla's up 8%, you're all gonna see it, and you're gonna probably see it from home without even having to watch this video because this shirt is so bright. My goodness, what an awesome day. For those of you who did not hear, Tesla announced that they are going to be looking for shareholder votes at the annual meeting to discuss allowing more shares to be distributed to allow for a stock split. So this is not them actually announcing a split. This is more of a, hey, we're looking to announce a split announcement. So here are some details on it, and I'll go a lot further in depth into this in the morning on the Tesla only video. So the basic details are that the shareholders are going to vote at the annual meeting whether we agree to issue more shares to allow for a stock split in the future. Again, we don't know the details behind when the annual meeting is going to be. Prior to COVID, the annual meeting used to be in June or July, and then with COVID, it got pushed off to September, and then after that, it got pushed off until October last year. So whether Tesla keeps the annual meeting in October, or if they're going to bump it back to June or July, has yet to be seen. Looking at Gary Black's tweet today, looks like we should have a proxy coming out on May 2nd, which will disclose the date of that annual meeting. So as of right now, no, there is not actually an announced split, but it's coming. It's something we have all discussed, and now we can see that it is in the works, that they are going to set this out. We have no further details other than that, but it looks like we are looking to have that split probably going to be happening this year. Again, I'll go into more details about that in the morning, just about timing and my different ideas behind it. So looking at the trading today, obviously it was huge, great news. Giant gap up today. We closed over 8% up, over 1091 on the day. Some good things to check on this are we bounced off right near $1,100 twice. Many a time when we hit resistance levels like this, and $1,100 is a psychological level. Many times we hit it 3 times, and on that third try we either break through and continue going up, or we bounce off and then fall back down. So we'll see how it trades tomorrow, see if it goes up or down from that. So if we break past $1,100, we could run up to $1,150 or $1,200 again, seeing as there's really no solid resistance between here and all-time highs. Because when we did hit all-time highs, we hit it really fast and then ended up coming back down when Elon sold off. We did get back close to $1,200 again after the sell-off when we got production and delivery numbers for Q4, but then again we came down hard after that. So there's really no solid resistance between here and all-time highs. So if we break 1100, we could continue to climb very rapidly. And now very good and bullish signs for the whole entire market overall today was the fact that we ran into close. We were red for a good chunk of the day other than the NASDAQ, and so finishing green across all major indices was a great bullish sign. Talking previously about coming to the end of a quarter and a lot of institutions rebalancing, we do still have 3 days left in the quarter, so it could have a little bit of a sell-off that goes on. But again, it's not sure. When we saw the end of Q4, that didn't really take place. We really kind of rallied through the end of the year, and it took until really the second week of January before we saw a sell-off. So how this week is going to play out, it might do something similar. Seeing as we closed strong into the finish today, we could very well continue running through the end of the week. So we had massive sell-offs for the last 2 months. So now recovering a little bit is nice to see. There are still a lot of stocks that are down significantly from the highs that they were at before we started selling off mid-January. So we could continue to recover. Maybe this is just a rebalancing. Things I like to keep in the back of my mind, though, are the fact that a lot of the FUD that brought the entire macro environment down, it still exists. So many times when we have the FUD, it overcorrects itself, and then it comes back up to a level point. So, this is up to you and your own ideas with the market and the macro environment as to whether have we corrected back to where we should be, have we corrected past where we should be, or do we still have some more recovering to go? This is a lot of different things that can play through your head based on valuations for individual stocks, how you think the macro environment is going to trade over the next 12 months. Are we going to get a recession? Do we think that the interest rates going up are going to pull inflation in line? Still a lot of questions to be answered in my mind, so I am still not going to be going heavy. I am not looking for this rally to really continue for a long time. I do see another pullback coming at some point. We do have some gaps to fill across the indices. We have gaps to fill across many stocks across these indices. Tesla alone has 3 different gaps right now: 801, 905, and 1010. Gaps fill 9 out of 10 times, so chances are we are going to fill at least one of those gaps. For those of you who don't know, what a gap is when a stock closes at a certain price and then opens significantly higher or lower than that closing price from the previous day. For instance, Tesla closed at 10.1064 last Friday and then opened up today at 10.65. So now there is a gap from 10.10 to 10.65 that 9 out of 10 times will get filled. So chances are, if we do continue running past where we are and don't bounce off $1,100, at some point in the future, there is a good chance we will come back down and fill that gap to 10.10. What the reasoning is behind it, we do not know. A lot of different things can happen. Previously, we had a gap that was opened in early October, and it didn't fill until January when the entire market sold off. So it happens at totally random different times. We don't know when, we just know 9 out of 10 times it does get filled. And so a lot of times I get asked the question, is now a good time to buy Tesla? And this same answer is going to hold true for any other stocks that you are interested in. Take a look at gaps and take a look at how the stock has been trading, what its valuation is. If the stock has a gap, 9 times out of 10 it gets filled. I personally dollar cost average into my high conviction plays because, if the stock gap does not get filled, I'm still adding daily. If it does get filled, it just means I'm going to be adding at a lower price and bringing my cost basis down. So this is just something to play around with. So if you're looking for an entry point into Tesla, ask yourself the question, are you investing long term? Because long term, it's really not going to matter. Your investment is going to do better than the price that it's at right now at 1091. It's just a matter of how long are you willing to hold the stock for. I'm holding for 10 years, so 1091 is going to be a great price to buy in at. Can you get a better price? Absolutely. Perhaps the stock hits $1,100 tomorrow and does not break through. Maybe tomorrow is the day that it falls down and we fill that gap. And then you can buy in at 1010 or lower. Lots of different factors, again, why I dollar cost average. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I just throw out strategies that I use for myself, and I share them with you as different options that you may be able to utilize for your own sake. And I know some of you have adopted my dollar cost average, and you have done quite well with it, so congratulations on that. So this is just how I play it. If I tried to time the market and I did well, yes, I could have succeeded better. But because I dollar cost average, I am actually now positive on the year. Yes, for the first time all year since the middle of January, I am positive in my portfolio. And the way I calculate my portfolio is organic growth. I do add daily to my portfolio. I invest weekly to add cash to my portfolio. So when I say that my portfolio is up 3% on the year, that's 3% organically. That means that on top of the money that I have added to my portfolio, I am up another 3%. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to go into more detail about the stock split. Going to do a little bit more research tonight to get some more details for you guys. There is another episode over on Investment Club, the Oracle Investment Club Tesla Weekly. Episode 5 is out. Vin and I talk about all stuff Tesla, our predictions for Q1 production and delivery numbers. So if you want to head on over to there to take a look at it, I will have the link in the description. Otherwise, let me know in the comments below. Do you think we're going to finish this quarter strong on a rally because we have sold off so much for the first 2 months? Or do you think we're going to see a little bit of a sell-off with some rebalancing going on in institutional portfolios? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. Thank you so much. Have a great one.